Indicted again. I said, fuck. You know how they said that? Oh my God, they're not gonna let me. Oh, you know how they said that? Who they used to say was the black president before Barack? They used to say that Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack. Right? They used to say Bill Clinton was the black president before Barack. And in reality, all Bill Clinton did, right, was cheat on his wife, get some dome in the Oval Office, fuck a bitch, have a side bitch pretty much, and allegedly he was smoking some weed. That got that nigga a black pass. That's all he did, and people like, nah, that's the first black president. That's what people used to say. I'm looking at my man, Uncle Trump. That boy got 18 felonies, 4 indictments. That boy just got a RICO charge. He ain't black. Nah, Uncle Trump, nah, I think he over here. Nah, y'all niggas is tweaking. Uncle Trump got more felonies than your favorite hood nigga. I'm sorry to tell you. We got to keep it 100. So anyway, if you guys don't know, Donald Trump and 18 others were indicted by Atlanta grand jury on Monday. They face a sweeping racketeering indictment, which has charges stemming from efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Yeah, on one page and blah, blah, is against the former president, and 18 others caught the attention of lawyers across the United States. It was a list of all the grand jurors who had voted, blah, blah. They're usually secret and blah, blah. Oh, in Georgia, state law requires indictments to list the grand jurors in the name of transparency. Wow. So if you don't know, Trump got indicted. He got indicted in Georgia. Now, what's interesting enough, Fani Willis, you guys know Fani Willis. We're going to get into it a little. While before she was even going at YSL, she had promised that she was going to investigate and bring charges if necessary against the former president, Donald Trump, if it was being told that if it was being proven that he tried to interfere with the election. Now, just for, my lack of journalistic, whatever, don't call me a journalist, but we'll get into this. So Donald Trump was on the phone. Donald Trump phone called Georgia, where like when he was losing the election, he called the Secretary of State or whatever, and he basically was trying to say, yo, bruh, I need a few more votes. Yo, could you, you got to get me them votes, gang. So this was the call, supposedly. Let me see if I can find it. Here we go.
Big development. Much
investigation.
Here we go. I just want to play the.
At the end of the.
Since off.
No, hold on. I gotta let you hear Trump on the phone. Here we go. No. Phone call. Here we go.
Really, really important.
Here we go.
Listen, if we counsel part
dead people.
Here we go.
Can we listen in on this chunk of the call here?
The other thing, dead people. So dead people voted, and I think the number is in the close to 5,000 people, and they went to obituaries. They went to all sorts of methods to come up with an accurate number, and a minimum is close to about 5,000 voters.
Now, you just heard the words of former president, who was then the president, Donald Trump. Later on in that conversation, moments later, Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger, who was the Secretary of State then and importantly is still the Secretary of State, responded to former President Trump's.
Were two.
Okay, so essentially, there's another audio too. I can't really find it, but he was like, yo, he basically said, find me some votes. And I think people believe that was a kind of targeted and kind of like you're giving someone a command. Find me some votes means, yo, do what you got to do to make me fucking win this thing because I need it, right? So that's part of why he got indicted. And by the way, this is a slight crash out. This is a MSNBC crash out because as much as, you have the scums of earth like Megan Cuniff that use my name in ways to try to push their agenda. MSNBC, who we would believe is a reputable outlet, used my name. And by the way, MSNBC, I hope somebody sends this to you because I'm going to get further clarification because you had me all wrong. But I hope you give me an apology. Anyway, so this is why Trump is getting indicted. He did get indicted, but before he got indicted, he said this. He said this like pretty much almost like preemptively, like kind of predicting that he was going to be indicted. Where's Uncle T at? Where's Uncle T? And by the way, every time I say Uncle T, like everybody thinks like I'm on his payroll. This thing is just fucking funny. I'm sorry to say, Joe Biden is like a fucking corpse. Like I like my presidents to be fucking entertaining. Like my nigga, like they're presidents. Like yeah, they have executive power and they could vote and veto. Well, not vote, but like write shit into law and also veto with their executive power. But like, come on, like Congress still runs the whole shebang, right? Anyway, here's the thing. Listen to this motherfucker.
They waited, and I probably have another one. They say there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's
one more shot.
And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang, and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember?
Okay. What is he talking about? He's talking about Fani Willis, right? And he's saying that Fani Willis, who he calls a racist, by the way, Trump, I got to keep it real, and I call you Uncle Trump and shit like that. Can't be just calling our black people racist like that. I don't think Fani Willis is near to be a racist because she done indicted about 1,000 Negroes. Like, she's getting more niggas locked up than white people. So trust me, if anything, she's keeping it fair. She done got YSL, YFN. She just hit PDE with some shit. She hitting you like, brother, you gonna have to take your licks. She is not racist if you ask me. Anyway, what is Trump talking about? Now, Trump is talking about, and I listened to this a million times, but Trump is talking about a rumor that is seeping through and existing in certain precincts. Now, before I get to it, I have to call out MSNBC. Because just like the liberals who cover the majority of whatever, because I've got to deal with Rumble, and salute to Rumble. We all love Rumble. Everybody clap it up for Rumble. Rumble paid the bag. I'm sorry to tell you, I'm with who paid the bag. If y'all liberal motherfuckers wanted me to be claiming y'all, pay the bag, okay? You niggas ain't got the bag. You boys ain't got the bag. Y'all niggas is, I told y'all, go woke, go broke. Y'all ain't got the bag for Big Act. You know who got the bag? I'm over there with it. Sorry to tell y'all, I'm only a streamer. I don't try to get political, but I only tell the truth. My truth, okay? Anyway, so MSNBC, and we're going to call out the author because I want y'all on this boy's neck. Look at this. Oh, no, it says, no. Oh, okay. I got to, let me go to Microsoft Edge real quick now because this is the article. This is the article. And we're gonna call out some of these people who, you know, again, every time I call these motherfuckers out, I never see the follow-up. Like someone's like, oh, no, okay, we correct. No, it's never correcting. Never them saying I'm wrong. It's just them running and hiding like pussies. So I want to call out MSNBC. And I'm only calling them out, not on behalf of Trump. I'm calling them out because they mentioned my name. And let me see here. Hold on, give me 1 second. Cool. Here we go. Here's the thing. Maybe later. It says, Trump spreads, I hope you can see it, a rap-centered conspiracy theory in Willis attack. Now, I need y'all to remember this guy's name because, of course, it came from a black man. His name is Jahan Jones. And I need all y'all to hit up Jahan to ask him, what is he talking about? You're going to click here, go to his Twitter. His Twitter is going to be here. I need everybody to make sure we hold people accountable because if I fuck up, they try to hold me accountable. So Jahan Jones, this guy right here, I need all y'all to ask him what the fuck he's talking about. By the way, you could probably find his information. If you want to contact him, please do not spam him. Please do this on a constructive way because he is a journalist and I know he stands for truth. I'm not a journalist. He's a journalist. He stands for truth. Now, let me read what they said. It says, the alliance between men in hip-hop media space and right-wing extremists remain one of the most saddest and most cynical developments in politics in the recent years. What? Alliance? I dapped up Trump for one time. He took one picture with me and I'm in alliance with him? What? Keep in mind, I've said this. Yo, you know the last election cycle, them motherfuckers who are Democrats, they offered me like $20,000 just to promote what's that nigga named Biden? I said no, I didn't want to run politics on my page because my page was getting flagged all the way by Instagram. I've never gotten any money offered to me by Republicans. Now, if you think my Rumble deal is a Republican deal, fuck you. This is a streaming deal. And I'm going to double down on this, but we do got to talk about this. So Jahan Jones, it's a reason why it seems like you're not illiterate, but you clearly lack understanding and comprehension. So I'm going to break it down to you very clearly. I'm going to show you where you're wrong. And I'm going to try not to disrespect you, but I'm a very disrespectful person, especially when I feel like people have disrespected me. We just seen with SZA. We've seen with other people. I'm trying to keep it there. Donald Trump racist, sexist diatribe, which, by the way, this is how they try to do when they want to just paint somebody as a bad thing. This is why I got a complex, and I'm going to talk about that in a bit, too. Racist and sexist. Again, I didn't watch the whole thing, so I'm not going to say, I'm not going to have an opinion about it, but like, you're biasing people who are reading this article and making the dude just sounds really horrible. Racist and sexist diatribe against Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis just gave us another data point. If you're not extremely online, the grotesque allegations probably made no sense to you, but they have been spread for months by a hip-hop associate in the former, what? I'm in the former president's orbit? Chat, I'm in Donald Trump's orbit? If you ask Donald Trump today who's Akademiks, he does not know. But they've been spread by months by a hip-hop associate in the former president's orbit, which seems to me like a possible attempt to have his potential Georgia charges tried in the court of public opinion and to curry favor with black men who may be susceptible to conspiratorial rants. On Tuesday, the former president says, I probably have another indictment. They said there's a young woman, a young racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess, that she was after a certain gang and ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member, and this is the person they want to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, okay? That was the audio I played before, so you guys seen everything. NBC News confirmed that Willis sent a memo to her staff calling the ad a derogatory and false and telling staff members to not respond. But where did he get the claims? Possibilities abound. Now, this is where I need Jahan. You need to be tuned in. If you're a journalist who cares about truth, I'm going to give you truth, because your article was all the way wrong, right? First of all, I will say, number one, when Trump said it, and I could play the audio back again, or let's just go to the quote which you got of him saying it, it said, she had an affair. I never knew she was ever married. Okay? I want to be very clear as I'm going through this. Okay, so where did he get the claims? The gross conspiracy about Willis having an affair has been spread by people following the young Slum Life racketeering trial in Atlanta to suggest she's engaged in impropriety that could be ruin her case against rapper Young Thug, blah, blah. Trump-loving hip-hop podcast, the DJ Akademiks, listen to this, known for largely false and misogynistic coverage, has spent months basically alleging that Willis had a romantic relationship with a central figure in Young Thug's trial. The podcaster is an internet troll and was back at it Wednesday promoting and leading credence to Trump's false claim. For their part, Trump and his team have spent days misrepresenting an article, blah, blah, blah. Now, you're going to have to read down a little bit. And by the way, I'm trying to get to like by the way, have we heard this nigga's name before? Rolling Stone staff writer. Remember the guy who was going to write a hit piece on me? We're seeing the same writers pop up. Rolling Stone staff writer. Wait, this is an NBC article. Why is his name being... The author of the article debunked Trump's claim in an interview with Georgia, blah, blah, blah. Trump claimed that Willis, blah, 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 blah. All right, hold on. Now, I'm going to tell you where they got it completely wrong. I got to see. Wait. Okay. All right. I got to go to... They also aired this on Trump Fani Willis affair. They aired this on TV. Here we go. Okay.
Optimum Fiber is the fastest.
By the way, I'll be very honest. I read that article before. I didn't screenshot it. They listed more things there that I was expecting to see now that I didn't see. So maybe they did clean the article up a little bit, but I do want to address everything in full. Okay? Hold on.
Fulton County District Attorney Fani
member, and this
she slammed the ad as derogatory and false and urges her crew. They are against. He'll believe anyone who confirms his silly putty logic. Played the John Eastman, Rudy Giuliani for a public figure to as the basis for this claim. You wrote about the relationship.
Voice for black prosecutors. He called D.A. Bragg and also Letitia James, the New York State Attorney General, racist as well, when we all know who the real racist is.
Yeah, flipping that word on its head. Oh, Andre, welcome to the show. So your article is what Donald Trump is using kind of as the basis for this claim. You wrote about.
Oh, now they're saying they're using his article.
The relationship.
By the way, this is the nigga. Keep in mind, I was trying to write a hit piece on me.
Such as it was between Fani.
Oh, by the way, so if we're doing that, let me make sure I go to his article that we could read it afterwards, right? I think that's where I might see the bullshit. Because I kind of started letting people know that I was going to respond to this. Here's a Rolling Stone article. Bet. Perfect. Thank you. Great. Okay. Now everything is making sense. Here we go.
Fani Willis and YSL Mondo. What was that relationship?
Yeah. So Ms. Willis, she represented Mondo during a 2019 aggravated assault case during a brief stint where break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And she represented him.
Chat, I'm hyped on drilling. I know I usually, right here is where I get a little bit lit, but trust me, I'm on point, baby. I'm on point. I'm going to take another shot. I'm on point. I ain't slipping with this one. Come on.
Was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said.
Y'all didn't catch that, right? You didn't catch that, right? Did you catch that? And I just took a shot. Did you catch that? They're using me as the spreader of fake news, right? But they're saying the fake news that I spread was covered by the guy who was going to write a hit piece about me, him. This John dude, he quotes me and he quotes him. He quotes the article he wrote and he quotes me. Or he mentions me. What is this guy doing now? He's backtracking. Listen to it. You'll hear the moonwalk.
Where a brief break from her prosecutorial career where she had her own practice. And she represented him. She was his defense attorney. But yeah, I want to be clear, like at no point during our conversation or in my report did he imply that there was anything romantic that went on between them. He said that they had like a mother, son, auntie to nephew kind of relationship at points. Like she was a mentor figure. She, would give him advice, I guess, to keep him on the right track, so to speak, here and there. But again, there was no implication of anything unethical during their relationship.
So they brought on this guy that they're saying Trump used his article. Remember, they're not saying he's the spreader of false news. They're saying Trump used his article that he somewhat like framed. Like, remember, he covered me and Mondo talking on this stream. He covered that. They're saying that Trump didn't watch the stream. Like, you think Trump's watching the stream? Trump used his article, but now he's on there backtracking saying, I never said in the article that he said he used to fuck her. Hold on.
Their professional relationship.
And there's even like a piece to your story where she kind of warns him, stay on the right path because, if I go back to being a prosecutor, I'm going to come for you. Like trying to tell him don't get in trouble. So it's like, yeah, this is like a auntie kind of relationship. But to imply that it's some sort of sexual relationship seems really bizarre. But really to stay with you for a second, Andre, this is not the only kind of hip hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing hip hop connection to Florida, to the Georgia connection to Donald Trump's attempts to overturn the election. I mean, at one point, Kanye West's publicist is who is going after these two black women who are doing nothing other than being good citizens and attempting to, be Georgia election workers, for which there's now a lawsuit. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, in late 2021.
Okay, I want to hear the part about myself.
Well,
If a believer and the
Willis said last 2.5
it's sex kind of protection that's around the
within the law and the way that the rest of us are read out blogs.
Okay, let's see if we can find another one. We need to find another one because I also had a screenshot. I don't know if y'all have the screenshot where they said Akademiks was the source of these baseless claims. Now, here's the thing, and let me call both of these bozos to the fucking table. Jahan, you're writing for MSNBC, and of course, Andre G., a failed journalist who was trying to write a hit piece on me before for Rolling Stone until my agency hit up Rolling Stone and said, we do business with y'all. Ask one of our big dogs. This is what my agent and my lawyer told me, because they told me to get off y'all ass. I promise you. They said, ask one of our big dogs. Let us know if y'all are trying to do a hit piece on him. And they said that y'all promised y'all didn't. Y'all never did no article. I wasn't a part of it, and there was a bunch of people y'all hit up, didn't really want to do it. Y'all never came out with an article. So if it wasn't a hit piece and y'all promised my agency wasn't a hit piece, why it never came out? Okay, my agency fucking scared the bejesus out of you. Because you know why? My agency, and I'll tell you, I'm rep by UTA for podcasting, and UTA is also they rep Rolling Stone with some shit, I don't know. They probably said, whoa, yo, we all do the same shit, my nigga. Fuck is you doing trying to get a big act? Big act right now cooking. Shit never came out. I like that. By the way, UTA, the money y'all take from me, y'all earn it. You heard me? I like that. You feel me? Y'all gotta start little niggas for me because you gonna get bozos like Andre G just saying crazy shit about me. So let me bring it back in here. Andre G, bring your bitch ass back in here. Jahan, bring your bitch ass back in here. Get y'all pen and y'all pads out, okay? Here's where you both you bozos have it wrong. When I said, and what y'all are claiming are baseless rumors, I've never ever said, and by the way, these are rumors. These are rumors, and by the way, Trump definitely, I know just hearing what Trump said, he didn't get it from nothing to do with my stream. He got it from somewhere else. He had to get it from somewhere else. You know why he had to get it from somewhere else? Because the information that I heard isn't all the way congruent with what he heard. So he's hearing slightly different information. I'm hearing slightly different information. Let me give you the information I heard. And by the way, again, this is a rumor. Again, I'm hearing this. Again, I know sometimes, you see these little journalists, they be wanting me to come on here to give niggas government like, oh, I heard it from him. No, these are street niggas in Atlanta who's connected to the case. I'm telling you they're connected to the case. Niggas who's connected to the YFN case, niggas who's connected to the YSL case. They're connected to the case. This ain't no random niggas. I'm talking to niggas who's connected to the case. Niggas who's like, nigga, word goes around. Like, nigga, come on, we don't live in a vacuum. This was a conversation and this was being said. Nothing had to do with YSL Mondo. This is why I said MSNBC, I owe me an apology. I never said that Fani Willis fucked YSL Mondo. I never said that she had a romantic relationship with YSL Mondo. Andre G, you're a bozo. You kind of reported that. Look in your fucking article. This is the article you wrote, you fucking idiot. Was a lawyer for co-founder. He said blah, blah, blah. They're saying, look, let me just do this very simply. MSNBC, who mentioned my name, says for their part, Trump have spent days misrepresenting an article. This is the article that you wrote, Andre G, you fucking bozo. You wrote an article about Fani Willis and kept mentioning YSL Mondo, a nigga who I had on my platform and I had on my stream. I never said she had any romantic relationship with him. You must have, in a way, represented it because they're going off your article. They didn't say Trump went off me. They said Trump went off your article, that supposedly your article was based off what I said. You get what I mean? Now, look at your article. This is your fucking article right here. This is your article, right? That they're saying was misrepresented. If they're saying that they were misrepresented with your article, why are they saying that Fani Willis was with YSL Mondo. Let me tell you exactly what I heard. And I'm telling you this is a rumor. I'm telling you that this has been told to me by people involved in, this is not one person, it's multiple people that's been involved in the YSL case directly and indirectly, family members and otherwise, people who are cool with YFN, the whole conglomerate, the Inglewood Mafia family. They have said this to me specifically. The reason why Atlanta right now is in a chokehold. Fani Willis, it was never YSL Mondo. This is why I said, Andre G, you're a fucking bozo. You sent off MSNBC, and they are reporting incorrect information, but neither y'all will give an apology. Let me give you the right rumor. The rumor is Fani Willis filed the indictment against YSL because Fani Willis might have had a relationship with the decedent, which is Donovan Nut Thomas, not YSL Mondo. She took it personally that he was killed. She promised his mom that she would get justice, and allegedly, give me a second. Give me a second, Chad. Okay. Somebody said post. Okay. So, let me just finish what I was saying. The conversation and the rumors were that when she took office as the DA, she had specifically put a picture of Donovan Nut Thomas on her desk, and it was known within not only the precincts of the DA office, but it was known that she was hell-bent on getting justice for Donovan Nut Thomas. That's what that was. And again, the rumor y'all are reporting about YSL Mondo, it could be like, nobody said that. Y'all just made that up. If y'all wanted to know, this is the thing about, like, again, people like Andre G and all these other people, y'all are writers, but like y'all are bad listeners. Now y'all know the full rumor that I've heard. Trump, by the way, I never knew if she was married or not. That's why I said me and Trump can't hear the same thing. I don't know if she was married or not. It was said that she supposedly may have had a relationship with a guy. The guy gets killed. She promises the mother of the guy, yo, listen, I don't care what happens. I'm gonna get justice for your son. She's keep looking into the case. Many people has tried to file charges against people that were possibly involved in his murder. It got dropped, I think once or twice. Go look it up. People tried to charge people that were allegedly involved in Donovan Nut Thomas murder, and those charges got dropped. You get what I mean? Give me 1 second. I didn't tell him to cover it, by the way, even though we do have an interview that just kind of came out right now. But he got it right. Look. This is a story.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 1090 Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all. Y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on Donald Trump making history for being the first former president to get hit with the RICO Act after exposing Atlanta's most infamous district attorney.
Thank you for joining us. I'm here with the prosecutors and investigators who have worked diligently on the investigation of criminal attempts to interfere in the administration of Georgia's 2020 presidential election. The indictment includes 41 felony counts and is 97 pages long. Specifically, the indictment brings felony charges against Donald John Trump.
Fani Willis is out for blood, and with some of Atlanta's biggest rappers on a hit list, she is now officially taken on her biggest target, former President Trump. Just one of 19 people within the 41-count indictment, Trump is joined by another notable name, Rudy Giuliani, the former mayor of New York City who changed the face of New York from the desolate war zone it once was. Trump alone is facing 13 counts within the indictment, ranging from violating Georgia's RICO Act to multiple counts of conspiracy to commit forgery, false statements, and writings.
Quick question, can you clarify in Georgia the mandatory minimum when it comes to RICO charges, whether it's servable by probation or how that might play out?
The RICO charges has time that you have to serve, so it is not a probated sentence.
The alleged enterprise is Trump's political team, who are now being labeled a criminal organization after apparently refusing to accept Trump lost the Georgia election and unlawfully changed the outcome.
The grand jury issued arrest warrants for those who are charged. I am giving the defendants the opportunity to voluntarily surrender no later than noon on Friday, the 25th day of August, 2023.
But this long list of trumped-up charges comes only 1 week after Trump allegedly exposed some mystery in Fani's history.
They say there's a young woman,
I like that. I like that.
Racist in Atlanta. She's a racist. And they say, I guess, they say that she was after a certain gang and she ended up having an affair with the head of the gang or a gang member. And this is a person that wants to indict me. She's got a lot of problems, but she wants to indict me to try and run for some other office. What's going on in this country is, and by the way, wants to indict me for a perfect phone call. This was even better than my perfect call with Ukraine. Remember that call? That was a perfect call. This one's better.
Now, Trump would allege Fani Willis had an affair with the head of a gang or a gang member, which would reignite an old rumor that's apparently burned its way through Atlanta's streets for years.
Bingo! And this is why we love 1090 Jake, because 1090 Jake is tapped in with the streets at the end of it. You get what I mean? He gets the paperwork, but he tapped in with the streets. That's why them little goofy journalists was like, oh, Act started. Bro, how did I start a rumor? This shit is it's street niggas from Atlanta who's been saying this nigga been, you know what I mean? Here we go.
Fani Willis has become known across the nation after the YSL indictment was announced, targeting one of Atlanta's biggest rap superstars, Young Thug. The indictment would allege he started a war between two of Atlanta's most violent blood sets after a rival gang leader was gunned down outside of a barbershop. This murder would result in over 30 violent acts of retaliation and would be the beginning of the indictment's investigation. The victim was 26-year-old Donovan Thomas, who was more commonly known as Big Nut. At the time of his death, he was alleged to be the leader of the Inglewood family Bloods in Atlanta, and prior to his death, he is alleged to have had a relationship with none other than Fani Willis. Trump's accusations would make their way to News Made It, Atlanta's very own hood news via Instagram, and the comment section would go crazy. One woman would say, if you from Atlanta, we been knew she was close with Nut Mama. Alleging Fani Willis was close with Shawana Edmond, and pictures of the two together are rumored to exist. Another woman would say, it makes sense how she want Thug gone so bad, let us find out that was her boo. Alleging that Fani has it out for Young Thug to avenge her former so-called lover. With one man hilariously stating Big T gon' free Thugger, another would say she definitely dropping that indictment now, and he was right. But before she would drop the indictment, Fani apparently sent emails to her staff about the alleged affair, calling it false and derogatory information. She'd claim a lot of money was spent to promote it through Atlanta, and advised her staff not to speak on it. With Atlanta never letting us down when it comes to entertainment, one man would comment, she locking YSL up for killing her side piece. This shit need to be a movie. But Fani's connection to the YSL indictment wouldn't end there. She also formerly represented YSL Mondo, one of the co-founders of the same alleged gang she is now attempting to take down. As his former lawyer, he claimed to have an auntie-nephew or mother-son relationship with her and hired her through his cousin who said she was a friend. While a self-admitted member of YSL, Mondo was not actually indicted as part of the YSL RICO case and has no connection to the murder of Big Nut. Trump's last claim against Fani was she's a racist, and with many, including myself, unsure of where the claim originates, the only information I could find regarding race pertains to Fani's father, John Clifford Floyd III. A man born in Inglewood, California, who raised Fani as a single father and member of the Black Panthers, and went on to become a defense attorney and civil rights activist. He's openly spoken against Trump through Facebook, referring to him as an orange buffoon. If one can find proof of the connection between Fani and Big Nut, one can only wonder what type of an effect it would have within the case, or if there would be no effect at all. But just the rumor will go down in history and add on to the infamy of the YSL indictment. Now, if y'all thought I was gonna break down Trump's charges, I ain't getting into that boring ass shit. I'm not even gonna lie. He basically got charged and recharged with making false statements, documents, this, that, and the third, all having to do with the election in Georgia, whatever. I'm more interested in Fani and the big blood that got killed in Atlanta. Because somebody got these pictures, and I went through Fani's Facebook all the way back to 2013. But 2015, the year Nut was killed, she had nothing posted for that entire year. Now, I went onto his mother's Facebook, didn't find anything with her. I did a whole lot of digging. I wasn't able to find the picture. But I guarantee you, once this video comes out, people are gonna do a little bit more looking around. And if someone's able to piece together she had a former relationship with the main victim in the YSL indictment, what could that do for the YSL indictment? I don't know what the possibilities could lead to if someone actually gets access to this information and is able to prove what it is. But not only that, Trump's gonna go crazy the second that comes out. If somebody got a picture of her with the mother, or even better, her with him, that's going crazy.
There's definitely a picture with her with the mother. If you're looking at Donovan Nut Thomas, there's videos online where the mother is speaking about the death of her son, and I don't know if the DA, which is Fani Willis, is seen there, but it's always like kind of like split screen, or it cuts to like Fani Willis basically saying, yo, we're gonna do everything we can to find who did this shit.
Trump's gonna have merch with Fani and Nut, all type of shit, Inglewood Bloods. Imagine if she got a picture throwing bees up. That shit's going nuts. But we won't know unless it happens. We won't know what type of an effect it'll have in the case. Just to hear that this type of
By the way, MSNBC, Andre G from Rolling Stone, this is why y'all are losing in media. You see that guy right there? He's a former convict, served prison sentences, sliced niggas' throat. He got cut himself. He's a nigga who used resources and pure determination to make it. All of the things that y'all reported incorrectly, he went digging. He went doing research. You know why? Because if he's wrong, it's really his fucking career and his fucking reputation. If y'all are wrong, y'all hide behind the shield and the name you're putting out the article on. So, for example, Andre G, your article, and we don't have to get into semantics, but it purported like it was almost like Fani Willis was fucking YSL Mondo. That's not the case. You haven't came out and corrected it, nor do you need to, because Rolling Stone absorbs that. An editor seen it and thought, okay, sounds like it passed the fucking litmus test. But that was false. Then someone else at MSNBC took that and said, well, this kind of must be where Trump's getting this information, and then they try to make a loose. So, there's hip hop loving Trump fans and Trump supporters. I don't think they got it from Mac. That was incorrect. Neither you guys will go back and issue a retraction. Neither you guys will correct what you had to say. But the real rumor is now out. And again, everything that 1090 Jake said, I heard. By the way, again, this is what I'm trying to say. Do y'all really believe that me, 1090 Jake, and also Donald Trump are all hearing this from one person? Or maybe the streets are talking? I would think the latter. Again, I'm not here to sit here and say this is true or this isn't true, but this is what's being talked about.
Shit is going on in Atlanta. Nothing else surprises me anymore. Everything about the YSL indictment is crazy. How in-depth it is, how many fuck-ups there are. How one of the lawyers was saying, I'm gonna need to start an OnlyFans because I'm not making any money because I'm stuck working this case. Shit is crazy in Atlanta, but it's very entertaining. But let me know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section. And if you're from Atlanta, have you ever heard this rumor before? Try to find out where you heard it from. Maybe you know something that I don't. But hey, it's 1090 Jake.
Hey, again, Atlanta people have whatever sources they have. I heard it from an Atlanta individual, multiple of them. One connected to the YFN case, one connected to the YSL case. Then other people who be in the know. Again, this is what I would say, right? Is there a possibility that she never fucked Nut and she never had a romantic relationship with him? And perhaps she was a young, prosecutor at that point who was eager to try to make a change, and when she saw a crying, grieving mother, which was Nut's mom, and she promised, hey, listen, I'm going to solve your son's murder if it's the last thing I do. Also, that promise turns into her having a picture of said guy, allegedly, I'm saying allegedly because I don't know, allegedly on her desk. Allegedly, she had a picture of Nut on her desk. I don't know if it was to remember him, or maybe it was to refocus her on her goal of catching the person who killed him, but allegedly that was what happened. Regardless, she operated, and she was definitely influenced and kind of incentivized to try to catch whoever who did it. Is this like, okay, Young Thug's innocent? No. Is this like Trump's innocent? No. But it's important to know. Okay? Do your homework, man. Shit hit different. All right. Listen. Sorry for the little intermission real